Mic check. I think we're back. Had to get out the wind, man. Better in here, I guess, right? Let me turn this fan off back here. All right, let me get the echo out of here. Okay, no more echo. All right, man. Back to the regular scheduled programming, right? That's what we came here for, I think. We came here to vent and talk about the Chris Parson situation and how that's going. So, hold on. Bring all my stuff up. Get out of that. So connection's a little better. Bump it then. Don't worry about it. How y'all feeling, man? Okay, there we go. All right. How we feeling, man? Welcome. If you're new, man, welcome to the roller coaster that is being a Florida State fan. We go from Desmond Ricks, Lucas Simmons, Chris Parson, and it's just like this the entire offseason. If you're a Florida State fan, you're used to this. It is called the Osceola roller coaster. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know. If y'all got a better name for the amusement park ride that we're currently on, y'all let me know. Because that's exactly what this is. A roller coaster amusement park ride every single day as a Florida State fan. So I will say this. This one isn't quite shocking. I don't think anybody's shocked by this one. Parsons, I mean, every time another quarterback got mentioned with him, he started making moves that you questioned how committed was he, how much the roller coaster. Love it, Tevin. Matter of fact, before we even get into it, man, let's do a quick roll call. But I love it. It's a roller coaster around here, man. A roller coaster. So let's do it. Let's do a quick roll call, man. 33 people in the building. Hit that like button. Share the video, man. Let people know we are live. Let's get more people up in here. I'll give it another minute. I'll say about at the 5. We'll do at the 6-minute mark, man. We'll hit this roll call. So get more people in here, man, and let them know that we about to cook like we always do, man. We about to cook, and this time we cooking on Chris Parson in the situation that's going on with him. After getting relatively good news yesterday, here we are today. So it's always something when you talk about these Florida State Seminoles. Hold on. So I'm giving it another minute, and then we're going to do a roll call, and then we're going to get on it. As a matter of fact, 30 seconds. $45 people. We should have 45 likes. What's the likes looking like? Yeah, we need more likes. We need more likes. I got 14 likes. 46 people. I need 46 likes. Hell, at least 40. At least 40 likes. So we got to fix that. We got to fix the likes. Before I even get started on a roll call, I need my likes to go up. So come on, man. I'm doing an impromptu live on Chris Parsons. Give me something, y'all. Y'all wanted me to do it. We here. Give me them likes. Hit them likes up. Give me my likes. Hold on. Get this out of here. There we go. Get these likes up, and then we can finally get started. The sooner we get the likes up, y'all, the sooner we get started. I'm only got 27 likes. Y'all tripping. Y'all are really grinding my gears. Really grinding the gears. If you ain't gonna hit the like button, dog, just leave the chat. It's simple. 43 people in here and I don't have 43 likes. It's a bit ridiculous. You're not gonna hit the like button, just leave. Just leave the chat. It's that simple. I don't ask for much. I just ask to hit that little thumbs up. That thumbs up ain't never hurt nobody, ain't never killed the soul. You gonna come in my house? Knock on my door, ring my doorbell, by all means. 31 likes. I still don't like it. 32. Y'all going slow, but it's okay. It's all right. I see how we doing. I see how we want to act. There must be a lot of Chris Parson supporters in here. That might not be why they don't hit the like button, because they want to see what I'm going to say first. Got you. Till Dog in the building. Peter Shields, member of the 863 Tribe. Yellow 265. Stroking the Flame in the building. No Power. New King. Boxing Monster, member of the 863 Tribe. Ronald Smith. Tyler Hedden, member of the 863 Tribe. Armonte Kelly. Marcus Lewis. Sammy Lance. Tevin Strong with the Nola Coaster. Norville Central. Priscilla Chestnut. Adangbe. Terrell Thomas. Joshua Rucco. Montre. VJ. Florida State Love, member of the 863 Tribe. FSU Tony, member of the 863 Tribe. Loading. CV. And I don't know if I got you, but FSU Rose and Island Boy. That's the roll call. Georgia Ron in the building. All right, man. What is there really to discuss at this point? We knew exactly how Chris Parsons was moving. I told y'all a month ago, whatever it was, where there's smoke, there's fire. You never want to say, oh, a kid doesn't want to compete, but when you act a certain way after every time another quarterback gets mentioned, again, where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. And it's not a coincidence. Yesterday, Brock Glenn got what? 3 separate crystal balls, I believe. Something to that nature. Got a bunch of crystal balls. The next day, Chris Parsons decommit. So Chris Parson, excuse me. Let me not add the S to his last name. Chris Parson decommits. And here we are. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't. I don't get the purpose of, with all due respect, your father gets in a Twitter space and goes on a low-key rant about how if you either null or you're not a null, they 10 toes down, it runs in their family. Just if you was in that Twitter space, bro, you heard what the man said. They ain't running from no comp. They here. All of this stuff. What changed? That's all I can ask is what changed? What changed in that time span? Do you feel slighted because a program has to do what's best for them and recruit more than one quarterback? I mean, they tried to do it last year too, obviously. And Nico didn't want to compete with AJ. Okay, that's fine. And here we are again. This is 2 years in a row. The initial quarterback that's committed to the class gets pushed in by the incoming guy. I'm not mad as long as we get Brock Glenn. Obviously, we have to have a quarterback, so we need to get Brock. Obviously, so as long as we land Glenn, I'm not tripping. I said yesterday that I was leaning more towards Parson. That I think Parson has a little bit something that you can't measure in his game, which is game. I think he's a gamer. Like I think when the lights come on, he comes to play. So I'm not going to take that away from him because he decided to decommit. Because I still feel that way. I still think he has a live arm. Brock Glenn is just a more prototypical quarterback, I believe. When I look at Brock Glenn's tape, I mean, there's a reason why we talk about offers a lot. When you look at certain prospects, we talk about the schools that are interested in them. When you look at Brock Glenn's offer list compared to Chris Parson, you can say what you want. Chris Parson has SMU and Mississippi State, and don't get me to lying. As a matter of fact, I'll even look it up to be fair. I don't want to lie. But you guys know where I'm going with this. Brock Glenn was in the Elite 11. He did not make the final Elite 11 cut though. He did compete in the competition, didn't make the final Elite 11. Chris Parson did. By all means, Chris Parson did. I just want to go over I just want to go over real quick. Let me find them. That's not what I want. I just want to go over Chris Parson, his offer sheet and Brock Glenn's offer sheet. When both guys are literally rated around the same area. Both guys rated at 89. One's 328, one's 337. So it's not like there's a big gap here. So we go to Chris Parson. His offer sheet consists of, now listen to this, Florida State, obviously, SMU, Alcorn State, Arkansas, Cal, Eastern Kentucky, Illinois State, Indiana, Iowa, Jackson State, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisville. Miami did give him an offer. Don't let him tell you otherwise. He did get an offer. Not saying they recruited him, but he had an offer from Miami. Obviously, Mississippi State, Oregon State, Syracuse, TCU, Tennessee State, Virginia Tech, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. Actually, take it back. Ole Miss did not offer him. They were recruiting him, did not give him an official offer. Let's go to Brock Glenn's. I'm going to let all y'all speak, don't worry. But I just want to let's go to Brock Glenn's offer list. 34 offers compared to 21, right? Just so you know, I ain't making this up and I ain't lying. Auburn, Florida State, Ohio State, TCU, LSU, Alabama State, Cincinnati, Duke, Houston, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Memphis, Michigan State, Minnesota, Mississippi State, Missouri, Oklahoma State, Pittsburgh, SMU, Vanderbilt, Virginia, Virginia Tech, Tennessee, Alabama A&M, Arkansas State, Austin Peay, Eastern Kentucky, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, Kansas, Liberty, Marshall, USF, UT Martin. Who has more offers and who has the better offer list? I'm not taking anything away from Parson. I already said I was leaning towards more towards Parson anyway, if I had to pick. Because of why I expressed. Hold on, y'all. So that's where we're leaning, and that's where we're at, guys. I'm not upset as long as you get Brock Glenn, because you obviously need a quarterback. So I'm not upset. And again, the writing's been on the wall here for a minute. Your dad or whoever can get in the Twitter space and he can say all that stuff that he wants. But every time the man's name was mentioned, when Dante Moore was competing in that 7-on-7 camp or whatever that was with Florida State, he deleted everything Florida State off of the social media. Then Dante Moore comes out and say, well, they got Chris Parson. They really haven't really been recruiting me that hard. I think it was at that moment they understood the situation, and there's no coincidence. At that moment, we saw later on they offered Brock Glenn. They offered Ricky Collins, right? That's his name, kid out of Louisiana. They started offering other quarterbacks. And then all of a sudden, Parson started taking other visits. So the staff saw this coming, and why they got ahead. Shout out to the staff. I know people want to make a joke, and they're going to talk about Norvell. This is not one of those situations where I'm going to go on Norvell, because I think he got ahead of the situation. He understood what he saw. For one, you understand that next year, this is probably Travis last year, for better or for worse. This is probably Jordan Travis's last year. Probably. That is the chance he comes back. This is probably his last year. So you're going to go into next year with with Duffy and Rodemaker and whatever quarterback you bring in. So you probably want to try to bring in two. You're at least trying to get another, four scholarship guys. So you want to bring in two and who's to say Tate sticks around if Duffy beats him out, right? You just don't know the situation. You always can go to the portal, but it's always smart. They're getting ahead of the situation, and they're trying to recruit the quarterback position. They're trying to bring in two. Why can Miami have two? Alabama has two guys in the top 10 quarterbacks. Don't ask me how they pulled that off, but it's Alabama. I get it. Miami's got Everybody's got two quarterbacks, it seems like, but for some reason, Florida State can't land the two. I'm not necessarily, again, not blaming the staff. This is a separate incident. This is this instance where Parson moved the way Parson decided to move, bro. Take it for what it's worth. That's just the way he decided to move. Every time a quarterback got named with him, it looked like to me he got cold feet and threatened with a decommitment, and the staff would step back. Finally, they grew some balls, started openly recruiting other quarterbacks, and again got ahead of the situation. And basically sat Parson down and told him, bro, you're either going to compete or you can go. And here we are. Brock Glenn gets crystal balls yesterday. 24 hours later, there's no coincidence. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I told y'all a long time ago, I believe where there's smoke, there's fire. You can call it whether he doesn't want to commit, whether he doesn't want to compete. You can question his competitive nature. I don't know. Maybe it's NIL related. Maybe Florida State can only offer one quarterback a certain amount of NIL. Bro, I don't know. I just know Parson decided that he didn't want to be on the same team with Brock Glenn. He feels slighted by them recruiting another quarterback, obviously. The crystal balls dropped, and he did. No coincidence. I'll get to the comments, man, and see what y'all got. Y'all been killing the comments, so I know I'm missing some comments, so I wanna get to the comments here. I'll start with Insane Mob. Insane Mob was good. He says, no disrespect to CP. Don't want to be at FSU, then go somewhere else. George Ron, what's up, man? He says, disappointed in the Parson news. Can't be in your feelings from throwing hissy fits and scared of competition. Stroking the Flame says, I don't feel slighted at all. Norvell was up front, and Parson couldn't handle the idea of competition. Someone about to drop a bag. That's what changed. You think Mississippi State or SMU dropping a bag? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that is the case. Maybe it has nothing to do with Brock Glenn, and we blame NIL for everything this day and age. Maybe that's the case. Was Brock again in the Elite 11? I think I answered that one. He was in the Elite 11. He did not make the final Elite 11 cut, but he did compete. Boxing Monster, always the man with the favorite quote. So before I even read this, it's probably going to be some BS, but let's see. If a QB is afraid of comp, I don't want him. Lead my team. I ain't going to call the kid weak, but I hear you, bro. That's your comment, not mine. What's up, King Mac? He says, big loss. Parson is going to be a stud. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think it's a big difference from Brock Glenn to Parson. To me, both guys needed to sit a year plus. One of the things that I had to really counter from Florida State fans was this notion that Parson was a coming in and being a day one guy. that he was really going to compete for the starting job day one. That's ridiculous. Neither is Brock Glenn for that matter. I don't think either guy comes in and competes day one. I mean, they'll get in there and they'll compete. They'll get reps. I don't think either guy is a serious threat to compete, to get the day one starting job. Neither one of those guys are that caliber of a quarterback. Both guys probably need to sit a year or two before I believe they were ready to contribute. So again, not a big loss there. He just got offered from Vive Tech. I'm assuming you're talking about Parson. Yeah, he was rated 9th. Glenn was the bottom rankings of Elite 11. Didn't have a good outing. No, he didn't, from what I heard. Adams is Jackson State or SMU. When a player decommits and all of a sudden he's trash. Don't care what anyone thinks. Parsons is a natural passer of the football. Love his release compared to Ricky. But we're not talking about Ricky. We're talking about Glenn. Ricky ain't coming here. Ricky seems like he's going to Purdue unless LSU comes a calling. So Ricky not coming here. I definitely like his release compared to Ricky. I saw Ricky's tools and mechanics and was not a fan of what I saw from Ricky Collins, to be honest with you. So I will agree with that part. That seems to be the consensus from people in the business, is that Glenn could be a potential NFL quarterback. He has NFL size. He has NFL, measurables. While you say what you want about Parson, I mean, Parson is 6 foot at best. I mean, I know if you guys seen him. He's 6 foot at best. He's not a small kid. He's a little stocky, but he's 6 foot at best. But he has a live arm. I've always said that about Parson. He has a live arm. But I agree, Glenn has a higher upside. But a lot of people also think Glenn has a lower floor, meaning Brock Glenn is a boomer bust. That's what people think. He's boomer bust, right? He's either going to be really good or he's JJ Constantino, y'all. So that's what it is. Bogdaman says Parsons not trash, he's just weak. Brock is in the same class as Parson, King Mac. They are in the same exact class. Both of them are 2023. So that's not true. Amante says, what's up with these kids that don't want to compete? They do all that line, and they really do, CV. They really do. Coaching staff been walking on eggshells. Forget these kids' feelings. I agree, bro. Forget their feelings of recruits. That's why I don't think they walked on eggshells with this Parson situation, y'all. If they did, we wouldn't be here right now. Parson would still have them by the nuts, so to speak. They went out there and they recruited quarterbacks and basically pulled Parson card, and Parson showed his colors. It is what it is. Dangback says Travis has to be done this season. QB must have high character. Parson has demonstrated nothing but beta traits by complaining about being the only QB in the class. Alabama and Miami both have 2 QBs committed. These kids are ready to compete. You can't be afraid of comp. Alabama still got 3 sitting and waiting on the roster currently. I mean, I get it, right? It's Alabama. You're at the level where you can stockpile. And guess what's gonna happen? They're bringing in 2 this cycle. They got 3 sitting and waiting. 2 probably gonna hit the portal after this year. So maybe Florida State can get on some of those guys. Like, the portal's always gonna be an option. I mean, we'll just take Miami for example. You got Jake Garcia right now waiting. The guy they recruited last year, I think his last Ja'Cory Brown or whatever him. And then now they're signing 2 guys, Rashada and I think it's Emery or whatever. Van Dyke probably goes pro after this year, depending on the type of season he has. But there's a good chance that one of those guys hit the portal as well. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of that throughout college football. So, at the end of the day, bro, it's not an end-all, be-all with the quarterback situation. Players that are thinking about coming to FSU should understand we are not in a pick-and-choose situation. We need to bring in as much talent as possible. I'm tired of being handcuffed by these scrubs. Hell, they should have offered more and said that. In hindsight, yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know if more was ever really coming here, Marcus. Like if we're being honest, but yeah, I mean, but that should have been the game plan from the jump. More Parson, 5 star. A guy that some recruiting services has him as a 3 star. The composite has him as a 4. But Dante Moore is a consensus top 5, quarterback, 5 star quarterback. So yeah, but here we are. Here we are. Hold on, chat jump. Island Boy is emphasizing the Parsons. Okay. Not to blame the staff, but nobody's lost just as many QB commits as Taggart did. But I'm sure many of our parents will neglect to. Well, he's also recruited twice as many as Taggart did. So I mean, as a matter of he's recruited 3. Taggart recruited. I mean, I don't even want to make this that conversation, Till Dog, but you made it that. So you're absolutely right. Luke Altmaier decommitted, Nico Marchiol decommitted, and now Chris Parson decommitted. Willie had Sam Howell decommit, and he was probably going to bring on Jeff Sims, but we know what happened. But on the opposite side, he also brought in Chubba Purdy. He's gone. Tate Rodemaker. Nobody thinks he can play. AJ Duffy. So you see, you can't tell one side without telling both sides. So that, let's keep that in mind. I can't wait to see Duffy in action. Travis is so limited as passive. Brock is 80% trending for Auburn. I don't know where you're seeing that unless you're looking at On3, but Auburn beat writers have already there's an Auburn beat writer that's already crystal balled for Florida State. Mississippi State. Bro, I get what you're saying. You liked it, Parson. So for you, you're going to look at this. Of course, he's not a lock. They're not a lock when they commit. So of course he's not a lock. But all the crystal balls, I think all the crystal balls right now are pointing to Florida State. So call it what you will. Kid showed up, dropped a Colby coat, had his dad do all that capping, and then decommitted when another QB got some crystal balls. I agree, Tyler. Tells you all I need to know. That's 2 QB decommits, which was the same number as Taggart, and I'm sure we'll neglect. No, I just had it with you, and I know I'm a little behind in the chat, but again, if we're going to talk about the decommits, let's actually talk about the signings. Just read my comments. Don't worry about anybody else's. To be honest, he was going to have to compete with Duffy. Of course, he was going to have to compete with Duffy. There's always going to be competition, right? Bro, I don't think Hakeem was ever coming here. I know you told me something, Zoe, but you really trying to convince me that Hakeem was ever really coming here. I don't believe it. What's your thoughts on possibility of Glenn committing? Like I said, man, smoke, fire. I don't think it's again, I think Parson heard some stuff. Obviously, the crystal balls dropped. I think Brock Glenn's looking good. Now, I tell you, we'll be having a different discussion of when Brock Glenn decides to commit. It's not to us. Then we're going to have a different discussion. Because you can't circle the wheel on Parson. Parson already feels slighted. You've already seen, for quote-unquote, bad or good, you've already seen the way Parson has carried himself. You can't really circle the wagon there. So Parson is done. I don't know where you go after Brock if for whatever reason he doesn't commit. That's going to be a bad look on Tokars. Now, you asked me what's my thoughts on Tokars and what I'm seeing. If he lands on Brock, I think that shows. I think Tokars is going to be judged on how good Jordan Travis plays this year. If Travis has the best season of his career, Tokars is going to get a lot of credit for that. I think that's where he'll be judged. And if Travis does do that, you'll see him gain some steam on the recruiting trail, I believe. So, Brandon, what's up, bro? He says, I've been stopped following recruiting. So proper at this point. To be honest, I don't even follow these high school kids. Honestly, that's probably your best bet. You'll lose sleep if you do. It had nothing to do with Brock Glenn and Crystal Ball yesterday. It was all NIL related. Of course it was. I'm pretty sure, Tony, that's a troll. He's 17. Of course, he's dealing with his emotions. Duffy will beat him out. Parsons' princess traits will crush his chances of playing anywhere. Tony says, to be clear, sarcastic. AJW is the future. In my opinion, that kid is special. Just needs to sit and learn. What up, Jeffrey? What up, Pope? I saw this coming. What's up with these kids thinking they don't have to compete? Don't ask me. Don't ask me. It wouldn't bother me if you get on campus and compete. And if you lose out to Brock, no one's going to be mad at you for go hitting the portal. That's kind of the thing. Like with the transfer portal, I don't know why kids feel the way they feel, but you can't control it. And it's his recruitment, and he's entitled to do what he wants to do with it. Parsons is 5'10". If you look at it, he looks like he's 5'10". Duffy committed with another QB in the fold. He didn't care to compete. That's the type of QB I want to see. I think we get Brock. I mean, that's where all the signs are pointing. Well, the first problem was that you went on a War Chant video, Katie Mack. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know if you've been following War Chant these days, but that was the first and only mistake you made. So if you're getting your information from a War Chant video, that's where you messed up. I hope Brock Glenn can bring in some wide receivers. Hold on. Chat jumped, y'all. You guys killing the chats too, man. Keep the chats coming, man. Y'all are driving the conversation. I'm letting y'all vent and do y'all thing. Speaking of our receiver, I'm okay with FSU firing Duke. We've kind of been. Hakeem will come. Okay. Does he? We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I would love it, but yeah, I don't necessarily believe it. Mike, how you doing? What's up, bro? How are you? I'm doing good, man. How are you? Mike got us. Alfred? I think he does. I think Mike Alfred got us, Mike. I think you're right. Mike Alfred got us, bro. Galaxy King. I ain't even read this comment yet, but this should be a good one. QB room is loaded, and yes, we will lose one, but I definitely feel good about the bring guys into the fold and give the staff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good comment. Thought you were going to talk some trash, but you didn't. It wasn't a slight when I said what I said. I'm simply saying that you're going to see that around all of college football. QB rooms are going to get loaded, and guys are going to go elsewhere. Someone got to sit down with these kids and explain how few kids get the second scholarship. There's a ton of problems with a lot of guys don't get that second scholarship. You're right, Adam. You're right. I'd rather do what Cristobal is doing, swing for the big dogs and promise playing time. If you don't hit on recruits, we got the transfer portal to back us up. I don't like to base my success on what Mario's doing. Mario is, again, that's a honeymoon phase of a Miami guy coming back. That's games got to be played now. He has a good schedule that he gets to work with in year one. We'll see after Texas A&M if they lose that game by 28. I'm not saying they will or won't, but if you get embarrassed by Texas A&M, we'll see how that still works. So there's things that have to happen in Miami. But as of right now, Mario's doing everything right, and you can't even be mad at it. Well, if you're a Florida State fan, you can't be mad at it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not judging our success off of what Mario's doing. If you do that, then you're going to be miserable every single day because it seems like every day they land in a new 4-star. So, Hakeem won't come to FSU if the bag isn't right. See, if this is a bag thing, bro, I'll save that conversation for another time. So I promise you I will. Williams is screaming SEC bag man. All FSU has to do is throw a kitchen sink at two big recruits, and these sheeps, a.k.a. recruits, will follow. Why do coaches make this so hard? If it wasn't for JT, Norvell's record would be. I agree. I agree with that. If they do get Glenn, I wonder if they go with another QB because they do want QBs in class. I don't know. If they went for another guy, I think it'd be quarterback recruiting. You have to get on your quarterback early. So, for instance, I think it's a 20. Hold on, let me check real quick. I want to check something because I know they have a prospect committed. I forget his name because his name's like it's a long name. It starts with a K. And Florida State already has him. It's either 24 or 25. I'm checking right now. 24, Luke. I can't even try to pronounce that. Kronemekano. But whatever. My point is, you got to get on those quarterbacks early. Like they already have their quarterback for the future committed in 24. And a lot of people love that kid's measurables, and they think he's just going to continue to get better. So my point is, it's kind of hard. Like you get Brock Glenn, but I don't know if you can get into another QB recruitment at this point with anybody. That's a kid that they stopped recruiting a long time. They stopped recruiting Santana Fleming a long time ago, though. So that's not really shocking, to be honest with you. They stopped recruiting Santana Fleming a while ago. Basically, when Santana Fleming kind of dipped in the rankings, like he went from a 4-star to like a really like 500 ranked 3-star wide receiver. They stopped recruiting Santana Fleming a long time ago. No knock on Fleming, but there's a reason why there was a lot of steam with Santana Fleming, and that died off. And you don't even hear his name. Even when Parson was committed, we didn't hear his name linked with Florida State. There's a reason for that. Try to catch up in the comments, so I might skip a couple of these. Do I think this affects Lamont Green Jr.? No. I don't. First of all, I understand they were friends and buddies, but Lamont Green, if you follow Lamont Green Sr. like I do, I don't think Boots is going anywhere. And two, it's not like Lamont Green is a receiver. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't. I don't think it matters. That's just me. I don't think it matters. Hold on. Chat jumped on me, so I'm trying to get back to where I was. I can't find it. There we go. Well, you got to think that they wouldn't even try to recruit Dante Moore because hearing about him coming to campus, Parson scrubbed his IG and Twitter. I talked about that earlier. Do we look at what the kid that just committed to Oregon? He's not decommitting from Oregon. I don't. That's sorry. That ship has sailed, bro. Everybody saying they would go after Moore hard, bro. That ship has sailed. Not saying you couldn't, but I don't think there was ever a real relationship there to begin with. So all of a sudden, you're not about to get a relationship with Dante Moore. But good luck. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. I don't believe it, but good luck. Parson Sr. said that Boots and Parsons made that pact. Yes, they did. The only way neither was coming to FSU is didn't want them. Well, Boots ain't going nowhere. I don't believe Boots is going anywhere. I don't believe Pops is letting that happen unless Florida State. Only way I see Boots going anywhere else is if Florida State like bombs this season on the field, and they just look at it as a no-win situation. At that point, Norvell's probably getting fired anyway. I don't think Boots is going anywhere. Could be wrong, obviously. I don't know these people. I'm just a light-skinned dude on YouTube. I don't know anybody. I don't have no sources. I just come on here and speculate and talk about this news. That's it. This man said he got dirt. Do you think Duffy? Hold on. Do you think Duffy actually gets meaningful playing time this year? I kind of don't want him to. When you say meaningful, like being thrust in the starting job, I hope he doesn't have to be. I would like for Duffy to sit a year, personally. Ain't that crazy? He sure did, man. Luke, yeah, Cronin. Again, I can't, but y'all know who I'm talking about. That guy's already committed. They got him locked in. That's what I'm saying. Like these quarterbacks, you jump on your quarterback quick, and you get them locked up, and you get them, So 4-0. I ain't mad at it, bro. I love it. As a matter of fact, hold the feet to the fire. I'm with you. I told you 8 wins is the floor for me, so I'm with you. 4-0, bro. There's really something suspect. Hope Mike don't like black QB. I'm not even gonna do that, y'all. God dog, Mike don't like black QB. I'm gonna read it, but I really would love for y'all to dive into this. Mike don't like black QBs. Rams away, now Parsons. I will call it out, but I will. JT is mixed, and he was already there. I can address all of it. It's really, I think, stupid, but I don't shy away from it. He ran Sims away. There isn't a coach in America who doesn't take over a new job and goes after his quarterback. That happens in the pros where you have guys under contract. Coach takes a new job, he's gonna get rid of the old guy. He wants it. Quarterback and coaches are usually linked like this. I can't believe it's a shocker to people that a coach took a new job, had never spent time recruiting Sims, and wanted to go with 2 guys that he felt more comfortable with or recruited more. Literally happens everywhere you go. But okay, he didn't want Sims. Did he run Parsons off or did he run himself off? Let's address Chris Parson now. Did he run Chris Parson off or did Parson run himself off? We mad because they went out and tried to get more quarterback. We didn't say the same thing when they recruited AJ Duffy over Nico Marchiol. Nico Marchiol was a white quarterback. Did he not like a white quarterback in Nico Marchiol? Or did he just go after the guy that he felt was the better and he wanted 2 guys to compete, so they tried to sign 2 quarterbacks last year? I really think this is a stupid narrative that we're trying to push. You're allowed to believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to be a Mike Norvell defender. God knows I'm not. But there's real stuff, and then there's these conspiracy theories where we try to throw race into everything that I don't bite on that. There's real racism out there that we can address, and then there's this dumb crap. This is stupid to me. But you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. Let me catch up in the comments. Let me catch up in the comments real quick. Chat jumped on me. Norvell should do a journal. Whoever does the journals with no game day, bro, we already know how that ends up. Definitely. Norvell should do a next no game day journal. FSU has 3 DNs in the class. Boots ain't crying about them getting others. Just seems, well, I mean, some of us, Boots knows that, for one, he can't play both DN spots, and he's going to need guys to rotate with him, keep him fresh. It's a little bit understood there. DN's a little bit different of a beast. So we get it. Terrell Thomas says, I'm not surprised. I respect his decision, but I feel that if he was fully committed to Florida State, he wouldn't bother with other schools, even though his right to visit other schools. Of course, this is right. No one ever had a problem with him visiting other schools. People had a problem with every time a quarterback got mentioned with him, the diva added, the deleting your stuff on social media, like that type of stuff. Again, that was the first signs of writing on the wall. So again, this shouldn't be a surprise. And of course, it's his recruitment. He's free to do whatever he wants. If he wants to be the lone quarterback in a class with an SM, there's a reason why SMU is the favorite for Chris Parson. Like, there's a reason why SMU is the favorite. How many quarterbacks are they really legitimately recruiting at SMU? I'm just asking a question. I'll let y'all talk to the Miami Troll. I'm not really worried about them right now. Like I told y'all, like I tell y'all all the time, they only show up when it's time to, talk trash. When we beat them, they disappear for months. What up, Zay? What up, Irv? Depends on how this season plays out. Depends on how this season plays out. It's not really an emergency episode, bro. I just felt like people were going to have a lot to say. I felt people would tune in and get stuff off their chest. So that's why we're here. Again, this news isn't really a surprise. But I know a lot of people going to have opinions on it because it's 24 hours after crystal balls for Brock Glenn. It's about a week after his dad was in a Twitter space talking about how no-blooded his family was. So here we are. That's why people are going to have a big opinion on this stuff. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, bro. I just had to break it down. I guess. KKK Mike. Y'all not gonna get me on the man KKK Mike. But who knows, bro? We all got a. I guess Willie didn't like white quarterbacks. He ran Sam Darnold. He ran whatever that boy name was. I think it has everything to do with Brock Glenn getting crystal balls. I don't think it's a coincidence. So just for a quick recap, 82 people in here, man, hit the like button. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, man, subscribe. We have conversations like this all the time. Again, I am not an insider. I am nothing. I am a light-skinned dude on YouTube who come on here and really don't even know what he's talking about. I don't even know football, bro. I just sit on here and talk. Let people tell it I don't even know the game. I just talk, bro. Anyway, basically, man, my belief is it's not a coincidence. Brock Glenn gets like 3 crystal balls yesterday to Florida State. 24 hours later, Chris Parson decommits. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that's what it boils down to. The writing's been on the wall that Chris Parson, for whatever reason, wants to be the lone quarterback in the class. And here we are. Like, this isn't a surprise if you've watched the way this guy's moved throughout his recruitment process. This really shouldn't be a surprise. Hey man, what's going on over there at Louisville, man? What y'all doing over there? What's the NIL moves over there, man? Don't come in here and act like y'all ain't over there doing some stuff. What's the secret? What's the secret sauce that Louisville got going on in recruiting right now, man? I need you to break it down because I need some of that. We need some of that over here in Tallahassee. What Louisville got going on over there? Anthony says people think Norvell don't like black QBs, and I wish he would have not taken, not like James Blackman in 2020. Again, I don't think he. Um, I do think that he let Jeff Sims go. I don't think he was interested in signing Jeff Sims. Again, that's not some novel concept that a coach comes in and doesn't want the old guard's quarterback. It's not a novel concept. What I don't believe he ran Chris Parson off though. I do believe he told Chris Parson they were going to commit or recruit other quarterbacks. No, man, don't laugh. Tell us the truth. What is going on over there, man? Y'all got a new bag, man? And Zoe brings up a good point. And this is one of the reasons why I was down on Parson before listening to his dad. His dad sold me a lemon used car, and I bought it. And here we are. This is why I was down on Parson, because people said that Parson was a bell cow. And usually your quarterback for the class is a bell cow. Usually you get a quarterback, and your quarterback should be involved in trying to recruit as many guys as you can. I want you to tell me what offensive player this guy was recruiting. I want you to tell me who was he openly trying to recruit to Florida State? His dad came on the spaces. Again, I'm gonna keep referring to that conversation because his dad came on the space talking about Jaylen Brown and Chris Parsons made a pact to play for the same team, but yet this man just committed to LSU last week. Dad came in and he put out a lot of cap, bro. He just said a lot of things. But where were the players that Chris Parson had in the fold for Florida State? I didn't see them. If he doesn't come, then we're gonna have a different discussion. Again, I don't have a problem with this decommit as long as you get Brock Glenn. If you don't get Brock Glenn, we're having a different discussion. Because we can sign all the O-linemen, and the O-line recruiting class is looking dope right now. D-line recruiting class is looking, but you can have all the O-linemen you want. If you can't, if there ain't nobody to block for, what are we really doing? You at least need a quarterback. I think you can get by on the skill position players. If you got a dominant O-line and a good quarterback, you can make 3 stars look like 4 stars for sure. For sure. But if we ain't even got a quarterback to block for, what are we really doing? No, this isn't a Norvell discussion, bro. I think people want to make it what they want to make it. I don't believe this isn't I've done my fair share of Norvell criticisms. I mean, come on. Here we are. But not this to me isn't that, but I know people will make it that because that's just what this fan base likes to do. Who's gonna rob the contemporary? Word is they've been linking up at camps with Steve Clarkson. I know you got an inside scoop, man. Louisville over there doing some stuff, recruiting 5 stars all of a sudden. Y'all just landed an offensive tackle yesterday, man. I know what Louisville over there doing. Terrell says, why everybody believe Dion can fix this thing? This is just athletic department that just needs to hire people to understand the college football atmosphere. College football atmosphere is different from now and then. I think and I'm one of these people. I think in this era of name, image, and likeness, and what Dion will bring, the attention he brings. I mean, you see the attention that he's brought into a place like Jackson State, who I don't even think people knew that was a school until Dion took that job. If we're being honest with you, when you talk about recruiting, I think that's an instant impact. Now, unlike Jackson State, this is big time college football, and there's other levels to it just in recruiting. It's okay, it's cool. You can be hit, you can get the players, but also can you put the players in the best positions to be successful and get to the next step? That's where there's some questions with Dion, but that's where I believe Dion CEO and you just hire the best guys around you. I think that's possible. So I think Dion is one of the guys that I would consider, and it has everything to do with everything sort of outside of actual playing the game of football. To be honest with you, but I think you can hire enough good people around you to get the actual on-field product where it would need to be. It doesn't seem like it, right? That's my point. I would love to know the bell cow. What bell was he ringing? Because it doesn't look like he was ringing any bells. We'll see if those two three-star wide receivers got committed. Maybe one of them really wanted to play, and we'll see if they decommit. I highly doubt they were there for Chris Parson, but we'll see going forward. People say we are a running team, so QB wide receiver recruits don't want to come to us. But yeah, I don't see any running backs come breaking down our door. Um, Man, I'm telling you, all this got nothing to do with the staff. Buddy wanted to see the sole QB in the class. I think most level-headed people understand that. Again, I'm ready to rip into Norvell whenever I get a chance. But as y'all know, I do things when it's justified, not just to be edgy and do things for like likes and clicks. I actually try to make valid points when I talk. KKK Mike. We are not KKK Mike. It might stick. It might stick at this point. KKK Mike. Who knows? All I know is Norvell needs to come out the gate winning games. I agree, or he will be on the hot seat. Time to start winning games. Prime time will take over the reins in 2023. I respect your opinion, Pope. 100. Thank you, True. I appreciate you. Dion's son always started at QB at every level, and there's no way you guys will approve of he's. I don't think he leaves Jackson State till his son graduates for sure. I get what you're saying, and I agree with that. I don't think he leaves Jackson State till Shadur is graduated or gets drafted if he gets drafted. Um, it's not prime or bust though. I want to be clear. I am not prime or bust. I do think Dion is a legit candidate, but I think there are some other. Mark Stoops is also a legit candidate. The Lane train might be revving up its engine. I think Lane would be a legit candidate. You want to talk about a guy to recruit toe to toe? Like my only issue with Mark is can he recruit toe to toe with Mario? I'm not so sure he can. I know Lane will recruit toe to toe. He's gonna talk about I think the Lane. And then I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know I've been on a random hype, and that's because I really like him as a coach. I don't know how his Florida ties are as far as his recruiting in the state of Florida. But I'm gonna say a name that I know Florida State fans ain't gonna like, and Hugh Freeze would be a name that I would consider, man. I know he had his that stint, but Hugh Freeze know how to cheat. Will we sacrifice? Were we willing to sacrifice, man, to get back on top? A cheat? Hey, Hugh Freeze, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Hugh Freeze. Prime time is the only other coach I know that can recruit on the level or Saban and Jimbo. Don't forget Dabo. Like Dabo don't exist. Or Ryan Day over at Ohio State. I mean, you might want to check the recruiting rankings. Don't sleep on Brian Kelly. I mean, obviously you're not getting him because he just took a job, but I'm saying there's other coaches out there who's recruiting. Norvell gonna be all right. Hey, Kusami, we'll see. Sir, what's going on, man? If we lose the LSU, call Prime. Dang, that boy said he's putting it all on LSU. He said if we lose the LSU, it's a wrap. God, dog, LSU, tall order. Let's start a GoFundMe. Yeah, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe. And I'm gonna take all y'all money. Aranda or bust. I'm a big Aranda guy, but you do have to take in that recruitment. You know what he's doing at Baylor. I don't know if that translates to Florida State because you got to recruit at a different level. I'm a big Aranda guy, but I do have worries about his recruitment. But I like Aranda. I mean, Aranda honestly is like at the top of my list, but as far as pure coaching goes, Lane, honestly, the Lane train might be real. You talking about recruiting and coaching? Lane Kiffin might be the deal. Can you get him from Ole Miss? Maybe. And then again, Hugh Freeze at Liberty. I feel like Florida State, they'd be too worried about the PR of a move like that, but I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. Carusi, the science goddess, how are you? It'd be so nice to watch your streams once FSU football's finally good again. I hope the wait for that won't be much longer because as an FSU fan, I'm getting really sick of their terribleness. Bro, I'm here. Why reinvent the wheel? Get Prime and give him what he wants. I'm fearing this season will not be good. I actually have high hope. I actually think we have a good team. So I don't think we'll struggle to get to 7. And again, 8's the floor for me. So Stoops is definitely realistic. Wouldn't be mad at Stoops at all. We're all been calling for Freeze for a few years before Ronda and Stoops because he'll do what. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, he'll do a 150 and a 65. Freeze ain't scared to do it. He gonna do it. Now you might get caught a couple years later and face a couple sanctions. But for that time, yeah, Freeze ain't scared to break some rules along the way. Prime and Tally wear bling with MC Hammer playing the stadium. Talk about bringing the swagger back. Okay. Not MC Hammer. We have a good season on the horizon. I think so. Kiffin would be the name. Plus, he has the head coach at FAU in Boca, so he's familiar with Florida. Whittingham. No. Why doesn't anyone consider Alex Atkins? See, this is the thing. I love Ack as much as the next guy. Ack's got to have more Power 5. This is my problem with Atkins. Again, I think Atkins is a dope recruiter, a dope O-line coach, and we'll see how he plays as an offensive coordinator. But you can't fire Willie for Mike Norvell and then the next move be Alex Atkins, who's never even been a head coach. You're just begging to continue the trend. Go big game hunting after this one. They can be clear. This isn't even a Mike Norvell stream. I'm not blaming Mike for any of this with Chris Parson. This is all about Chris Parson tonight. But I know the Mike Norvell conversation is going to come up. R.A. what's going? R.A. Nixon, what's up? Kiffin is a gold mine. When Prime start recruiting and landing 5 stars in the trenches, I don't believe that's ever going to happen. I just don't believe that's ever going to happen. Norvell Kiffin, whoa, that guy has lost his mind. He's lost all his marbles. But at the end of the day, right, we're all allowed to believe what we want. Don't vote me, bro. I'd be a failure. I'd be an absolute bust of a head coach. These guys don't like me. I tell too much truths. I ruffle too many feathers because I don't care who I criticize. I don't follow any agenda. I do me. Uh, Everybody wants a recruiter now since it's the offseason, but once games start getting played, they will want a good game tech coach. That to me, why Lane Kiffin fits the bill, to be honest with you. If we're talking about offensive coaching and recruiting, I don't know how Lane Kiffin isn't really top on the list. And again, Mark Stoops too. I would not be mad. Not be mad at Mark at all. But you see what he's doing at Kentucky. I think you get that FSU logo behind him. Honestly, man, Mark Stoops probably should have been the guy we hired when Jimbo. If we're being honest, how much we really botched this thing, Mark Stoops really should have been the guy after Jimbo. When this job was its most attractive, when you had still a stockpile full of talent on the roster. Imagine a Mark Stoops team. Remember when Mark Stoops had Bjorn Warner and Tank Carradine and Brandon Jenkins? Well, imagine a Mark Stoops team with Brian Burns, man, and Kane Doe and them boys. Like, Mark Stoops really should have been the guy from the jump. Like, if we're being honest, Mark Stoops should have been the guy from the jump. We botched it. Then we botched it again. Maybe. We'll see. Norvell's tenure's not done. He may go on to do great things. Ain't looking too good 2 years into it. This third year is where the rubber meets the road. So, yeah. But we botched the first hire. This one looks like a botch. You can't botch the third one. But at this point, is Mark Stoops even interested in the Florida State? Florida State, I don't believe, honestly, I don't think it holds the same weight as it did at that point. So, again, I think Glenn has a higher ceiling, but a lower floor. Leonard Hamilton. Norvell better than Kiffin. Are you high? Hugh Freeze, Mark Stoops, Dion, only hope. Why would Lane leave Ole Miss for FSU? What's he ever gonna win at Ole Miss, Walter? By the way, subscribe. First time seeing you here, Walter. So thank you. Hit the like button and subscribe. What is Lane Kiffin ever gonna win at Ole Miss? Ole Miss and programs like Ole Miss have a ceiling, which is why coaches leave those programs and go elsewhere. That's why Dan Mullen leaves Mississippi State and goes to Florida. Because Mississippi State, Ole Miss, they have a ceiling. When Florida State is ringing on all cylinders, you know what it can do because it's done it. And as a matter of fact, it's done it in all of you guys' lifetime. We're not Miami where the last – if you're a fan of Miami and you're 19 years old, you've never seen it. You've never seen a championship. All three of my national championships have happened in my lifetime. And I've been coherent enough to watch two of them live. The third one, I was a little younger. Or the first one, excuse me. The 93 one, I was only, what was I in 93? 6? Something like that. Didn't really watch football at the age of 6 like that. The other two, yeah, I watched them both live. Point is, you know what Florida State does when Florida State gets its act together. Ole Miss at its best is what? 10-2? Like at its best, what is Ole Miss? So that's why he would leave Ole Miss for Florida State. POLK, can you ban? The T2I not going anywhere, bro. And look, T2Y, you gotta ignore him, but no. T2Y has been a supporter of the channel from day one. That's my homie. And I'm not banning T2Y. Not happening. With all due respect, Terrell, you my guy. Florida State fans, we gotta stick together, but he's just a troll, bro. Ignore it. Just ignore it. You notice I haven't read any Miami comments this entire time. I ignore it. I let y'all handle it. I ignore it. The only time I ban or block a Miami fans is if I've never seen them heard from them before, and they come here just talking reckless. Then they get clipped. Other than that, T2Y, this is what he does. This is what he does. Like a dangbait. Just call him She2Y, or I call him. He's in every Seminole space. Just call him Seminole T2Y, brother. Seminole T2Y. That's who he is. What's up, 226? It's about Jimmy's and Joe's, not the X's and O's. Every kid in America wants to play for Prime. Give me Urban. Give me Urban for 5 years. I just wonder back when Parsons first committed, did somebody tell him he was going to be the only QB? Maybe Dilly told him that. You bring up a good point. Not necessarily that they told him he would be the only QB, but Parson was also a Dillingham recruit. Now, granted, his family got ties with Florida State, so maybe he would have committed to Florida State regardless. But he did commit under Kenny Dillingham. Brock Glenn is obviously like a Tony Tokar. That's the guy that he's focused on. This would be Tony's first quarterback commit, right? So you got Tony recruiting Brock Glenn. You got the leftover of Kenny Dillingham already committed. How much of that played into it? That's an interesting dynamic that I don't know the answers to. Appreciate you, Walter. Appreciate you. Was I 6, right? Yeah, I think I was 6. I think I was 6. My math serves me correct. What if we lose? If we lose to Duquesne, then all bets are You lose to Duquesne, bro. All bets are off. You lose to Duquesne. Oh, you want a video that's gonna go viral? If y'all thought Jackson State video went viral, which it did, Jackson State might be one of my best live streams I've ever done. Let me tell you, my 2 best live streams I think I've ever done. Jackson State, because I actually watched that game from beginning to end. So you got a live reaction to me when that last play happened. And my first live stream that ever took off to the moon was when we lost to Georgia Tech in Mike Norvell's first game. So if you want an epic meltdown on this camera, if you want a video that video might break the college football internet. If we lose to Duquesne, I might be a made man after that. I might not have to work no more and be just a YouTube star. Because I'm telling you, the things that are going to come out of my mouth and the things that I'm going to do on this camera. Either YouTube's going to ban me or they're going to give me like a lifetime contract. I'm telling you right now. If you lose to Duquesne, holy cow. What up, William? What's up, Paul? Bringing Dion to be the figurehead like Bowden was the last few years to keep at. I think that's a tough sell. Like, I think whoever was to take the job, you'd have to like at least ask Alex Atkins, like, brother, you want to stay? Like, we'll pay you 1.5 mil. Like, that's what I would do anyway. Lane Kiffin haven't been successful anywhere except FSU. He's not having success. Didn't he just win 9-10 games last year at Ole Miss? He hasn't been successful. He's definitely been successful at Ole Miss. He wasn't successful in his lone year in Tennessee. Actually, he was. Now, that USC job didn't go well, but it seems like nobody, we'll see what Lincoln Riley does, but it seems like nobody since Pete Carroll can get it right over there. Sarkisian was at USC too, if you guys remember. He couldn't get that thing right over there at USC. Doesn't seem like anybody can. Lane Kiffin has been a successful head coach. So let's stop that narrative that he has not been a successful head coach. He has. He's currently being successful now. And that's true too. Stoops can only win so much. Stoops can only win so much at Kentucky. Like programs like that, bro, you just can only win so much. Blasphemy calling for Urban. I agree. I'm not playing about Hugh Freeze though. They should consider that. I'm not playing about that. T2Y, appreciate the $10 donation, bro. He says, Terrell Thomas, you're gonna hate me after we play y'all. Well, we didn't hate you last year. And if you think we're gonna beat y'all 2 years in a row, I guarantee you that. But shout out to T2Y with the $10. Does he really think Mario finna come in here and win football games? You might can recruit, but you still can't win football games. And I got something for you. Matter of fact, I got 2 videos for you. Damn! That's one.
What's in my pocket, dog? Big face Honda. Just left them all. Bought everything that I wanted.
That's 2. I agree. If you just run the ball 30, 80 times that game, you should beat Dunquise. I mean, it'd be a quick game, 35-0. Like, come on. Y'all think it's a game. We lose that game, and I'm going to break the internet. Give me Brian Hartline or Luke Fickle. Oh, he definitely has FSU. Remember, he wore the FSU gear last year. Go for Art Browse. I'm good on Art. I'm more of a fan of his son. I mean, you can't deny what Art Browse did. And his son had a lot to do with that, too. But I was a bigger fan of his son, who I think is going to be in line for a head coaching job here shortly. If I can only go to one game this season, what game would I pick? Miami or Clemson? Clemson's a home game, so I know that game is going to be dope. And then, of course, Miami, Florida State. Why wouldn't you want to go to that one? If that game is close, I'm pissed. Oh, if that game, I don't care, bro. I'm telling you, I honestly believe we're gonna win that game somewhere in the ballpark of 49 plus. I honestly believe that. God forbid that's a 17-3 game or something stupid. I'm telling you, he's gonna lose it all. If that game's even close, he's gonna lose it. Y'all think it's bad now. If he loses that game, it's done. And even if he wins that game, but it's a close game, still in storage. I don't actually. Good news, I'll share it with y'all. I actually close on my house Thursday. We close on the house Thursday. We'll be moving in shortly. There's some things we want to do before we move in, like paint and all that good stuff. So we'll be getting the studio back. It won't look like this. We close on the house Thursday. I got a lot of plans for how I want this new look to go. So you'll get the helmet back eventually and all the other things and the P-dub in the background. And we're going to have some new stuff in the background. All that stuff going to be coming. You feel me? So that's where the helmet is. Still in storage as of right now. I think the LSU game is going to be fun too. Yeah, man. The housing market ain't great, but if I were, I would say do it now because I don't know how much better it's going to get. If you're trying to buy a house, I would say go ahead and do it now. It ain't great right now, but you might be better off doing it now. So congratulations to you, man. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. But man, that's all I got, y'all. Who's better? Look, Ward's been more productive at the college level. So for me, I'm going with Trayshawn Ward. I think Benson has NFL tools, but we'll see how he puts it together on the field. But you're not going to get me to say Benson's better than Ward, and I haven't seen Benson do anything at the collegiate level yet. So I'm going with Trayshawn Ward because he's been doing this thing. Dang Bay just hit that Q sign. That's the sign. Dang Bay hits it every video. That's when you know it's time to go. So, hey, I wanted y'all to get out here, man, and get y'all got a lot off y'all chest tonight with the Chris Parson situation. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all carried the show. I had a little talking points, but y'all did y'all thing tonight. Shout out to Dang Bay for giving that cue. It's time to go. As always, man, it's your boy POLK, a.k.a. A-Lo, a.k.a. the goddamn truth. And y'all already know, man. Parson's gone, but we might have Brock Glenn coming in the fold. So at the end of the day, I don't really see much to cry about. We might have another live coming up if they miss on Brock Glenn, though. That's going to be a whole other conversation to have. But this week has already started off tremendous. I think I'm giving y'all 3 videos in 2 days, so the content just continues to come out. I ain't mad at it because you kind of went through a time period where I try to give y'all a video a week. Man, I've been giving y'all nothing but bangers. I've been giving y'all bangers this week, so shout out to y'all, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here, man. We've been on for over an hour. As always, man, y'all stay classy. Shout out to the Seminole Nation, Florida State family, and the 863 tribe. Y'all stay classy, man. As always, go Noles. It's only Tuesday, and we just getting started. We out here, y'all, man. I'll talk to y'all next time.